In this video, let's take some time to talk about one of the most fascinating characters from the Ice Age franchise, Diego.
Where's the baby? There he is! Where's the baby? There he is!
His journey is one of the most powerful character transformations in the series, as we get to see him change from being a cold and dangerous predator into a loyal and trusted ally. When Diego is first introduced in the original film, he's not there to be anyone's friend. In fact, he's introduced as a villain. He belongs to a pack of saber-toothed tigers led by the ruthless Soto. This pack is fueled by revenge because humans had killed some of their own, and Soto's plan to strike back was cruel and calculated: steal and kill the chief's baby, Roshan.
Isn't it nice he'll be joining us for breakfast?
It wouldn't be breakfast without him.
Especially since his daddy wiped out half our pack and wears our skin to keep warm.
Diego wasn't just any member of the pack, he was Soto's right hand. Known for his incredible hunting skills and his ability to track down almost anything, Diego was the perfect candidate for this mission. His job was to make sure they succeeded in getting the baby. At this point in the story, his personality is built around arrogance, cunning, and a twisted kind of loyalty to his pack's brutal code. He was manipulative, sharp, and always calculating his next move. When he first comes across Manny and Sid, his only goal is to get the baby back for the pack.
You don't need this aggravation. Give me the baby. I can track humans down a lot faster than you can.
And you're just a good citizen helping out, right?
Since Manny and Sid had already found Roshan before him, Diego's mission became even more important. But Manny proved to be too strong for him to simply fight and take the baby, so Soto came up with a new plan. Instead of grabbing the baby by force, Diego would lure them into a trap at a place called Half Peak. Once there, the pack would ambush them, kill Manny and Sid, and finish their revenge by killing the baby.
There's only one way to do it. First, you have to force it into a corner. Cut off its retreat, and when you three have it trapped, I'll go for the throat.
Diego at first was fully prepared to go through with it. But something unexpected begins to happen along the journey. Spending time with Manny, Sid, and especially Roshan, Diego starts to feel things he never experienced with his pack. The baby's pure innocence slowly chips away at his icy hardened exterior. Sid's constant silliness and relentless desire to form a bond, no matter how annoying, also starts to show Diego a different kind of connection, one based on warmth, trust, and companionship. As Manny looks at a painting of a mammoth with his family, Diego watches his reaction closely.
Shut up.
It's in this moment that he sees the depth of Manny's pain and loneliness after losing his family to human hunters. For Diego, it's like a mirror of his own losses, and it stirs something deep within him. He begins to understand what family and belonging really mean, not just for Manny but for himself too. These new feelings start to clash with his loyalty to Soto and the pack, forcing him to question who he really is and what he truly wants. Manny risks his own life to save him from a rushing lava flow. Diego is shocked because he knows that Manny could have easily let him die, and yet, he chose to save him instead. Diego even asks Manny why he would do such a thing. His answer is simple but powerful.
Why did you do that? You could have died trying to save me.
That's what you do in a herd. You look out for each other.
Well, thanks.
Those words cut straight through Diego's defenses. For the first time, he realizes that the loyalty he thought he had with Soto and the saber-tooth pack was nothing more than toxic manipulation. What Soto offered was control and exploitation, not true brotherhood. In contrast, what he had found with Manny, Sid, and Roshan, even though they were a messy and mismatched group, was something genuine: real care, real trust, and real selflessness. That's the exact moment when Diego makes a choice to change. He decides he can no longer go through with Soto's cruel plan. Instead, he chooses to stand with his new friends, even if it means betraying the pack he once served so faithfully. By the climax of the film, this transformation becomes crystal clear. He takes the ultimate step by throwing himself in front of Soto's fatal strike, shielding Manny from the killing blow. It's an act of complete selflessness, showing just how far he had come.
You didn't have to do that.
That's what you do in a herd.
What makes this even more impactful is knowing that in the original script, Diego was actually supposed to die in that moment and never return. The creators, however, decided to keep him alive, and because of that choice, Diego remained an important part of the franchise. Looking back, it feels almost impossible to imagine Ice Age without him. The beauty of his transformation is that he starts as a predator whose entire life was about taking, but he becomes someone willing to give everything, even his own life, for others. Surviving that battle, Diego continues his journey as part of Manny's herd in the later movies, where we see more layers of his character. He isn't perfect, he still struggles with fear, questions about his identity, and what it means to truly belong. But he also embraces his new role as a protector. His story takes another meaningful turn when he meets Shira, a saber-toothed tiger who, much like his old self, is cold, manipulative, and fiercely loyal to the wrong group, this time, a band of pirates. While Manny and Sid had been the ones to change Diego, Diego becomes the one to help change Shira. He shows her that there's another way, a better path, and through that, the two of them develop a unique and touching romance. His story is powerful because it proves that no matter how hardened or broken someone may seem, change is always possible. He is not the same Sabretooth we met at the beginning of Ice Age. Back then, he was dangerous, selfish, and ruthless. By the end, he is a loyal friend, a protector, and even a partner who finds love. That's what true character transformation looks like, and it's why Diego stands out as one of the most compelling characters in the entire Ice Age series.